He kindly graced this event even on the short notice, and all the what you can say organizers of Nepal. Without their help, we could not have conceived this conference to organize here. So first, I would like to offer my prayers now for some kind of auspiciousness will come to this conference so that we can achieve the goal of this conference. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanachalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So we are organizing this conference, Science and Scientists, for last 4 years. This is the 5th international conference. The beginning of this conference idea, Sripad Bhakti Maharaj, he has a website called Science and Scientists. So he used to say that why science is neglecting scientists. Science should also study scientists, because science is product of scientist thinking. What about scientists thinking, feeling, how he can get his fulfillment? What is the way physics and chemistry can achieve it? Can we address his all requirements? Are we studying the scientists as such, or we are studying something else? So this is the way this conference started. Let us begin some dialogue on this from various backgrounds, philosophers, scientists, and scholars, religionists. Let us discuss this topic, because we are living entities, and without having a proper understanding of life, we cannot use it properly. We all have life, but if we don't know what it is and what's its goal, what's its purpose, generally purpose is missed in modern scientific studies. We are only talking about the material cause and efficient cause. So formal cause and final cause, and Vedanta talks about original cause. These all things are not discussed. So Puri Maharaj, our Gurudev, wanted to initiate some dialogue and some thinking in these directions. So we are organizing this event, especially this year's conference. The subtitle is Self, the spiritual conscious self. The self has to be understood properly. See, there is a ontological distinction between mechanical system, chemical system, and biological system. We don't know how to inject self in a mechanical system. A robot may win the game, but robot will not feel happy. The design of the self is apparently outside the robot. So same for the chemical system also. But even a small living entity like Professor Mallo was telling, a bacteria, it has a self. It has not only individual self, it has a group identity also. We are identifying ourselves with certain nation, certain society, certain family. So the self is there, and then extended self is there. So we can have, the self can, go beyond these all material boundaries also, where we can identify ourselves as a insignificant serving unit of this entire reality as an organic whole, the center of that whole. We are only an insignificant participant of that service. So it is possible. Vedanta talks about that how one can overcome all this finite identity and can realize his true identity as a serving unit of the Absolute. It is possible, and there is a process to go towards that direction. Going from the exploitative consciousness to the renouncing consciousness, going to the highest state of consciousness, that is dedicating consciousness. What is this all reality? What for? This reality is existing. For what purpose this reality is existing? And how we can use that reality for that purpose only? So this question has been not addressed in modern science. We are seeing everything, the river, mountain, everything, we are seeing as if this is all our property. We have done all those things, and we can do whatever we like. But from where? Janmadasya, Vedanta Sutta says, from where all this thing came, and what is the purpose of this existence of this reality, and how we can all work together for that common goal, common purpose. So this thing has to be also studied by philosophers, by scientists, and by religionists, everybody. Then there will be a spiritual, atmosphere that will exist, harmony will be existing. Otherwise, now, what we are seeing is that they are conflicting among scientists and philosophers. Somehow, science wants to be independent of philosophy. They want to be independent of the subject itself. Subject independent, objective reality. They want to produce. So, same way, philosophers also, somehow they neglect the empirical part of reality. And somehow in religion also, religion and science, there is lot of conflict. Scientists, they try to blindly reject religion, and sometimes religionists also, they conflict with science without having proper understanding of what the scientist is speaking about. So, how we can all work together, science, religion, philosophy, all these different branches of knowledge, there is the same tree of knowledge they belongs to. So, how we can work together for a common goal? This is the objective of this conference. So, we all can work together to find out this common goal and try to understand from where everything came, what is the purpose of this entire reality, and how we can all work together to meet that purpose. So these things are going to be discussed in various ways by various philosophers and scientists. And I would like to thank all the participants and the invited speakers and the participants and guests. They are coming from different parts of Nepal, especially students. They came from different universities. So I like to thank all of you. And we would like to have a nice, wonderful dialogue by your active participation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shanta, for his speech, and now